Like if I find that it's not expensive to do, but I don't.
It's gonna just willingly
Yeah,
take it over.
because Sean Lambert wanted to go from the town to the township. I was like, no, we're not giving up anything here. I'm like,
Is he swimming out there?
yeah. If I find that it's not expensive.
Just south of town?
Yeah.
No,
Where's he?
it wasn't.
Correct, not in the line.
No, and as far as I know.
Last I heard.
Sean Lambert wanted to go from the town to the township. I was like, no, we're not giving up anything here.
My truck is sitting out.
Pretty similar. They'll go back and forth.
Oh, did not know that. I thought we were close.
No,
No, we're not that close.
Depends on it. Some days are good days. I haven't talked to him, it is, but that's what he said.
what was our animal control we had in October? Daryl Hall.
Yeah, that's.
Did he try and take John Oates' dog or something? Or get it Hall Oates? This is Daryl. It's like, yeah.
All good?
What was our animal control we had in October?
Then,
It's all those people trying to like each other, so whether that's continuations of dog or something.
You can run that thing now.
Get it Hall Oates.
I doubtful.
All right, you're up there, Buckwheat.
6:30.
Right. Madam Clerk, could you, call the roll for the November Finance and Personnel meeting?
Judge Crack,
Here.
so apparently I didn't bring a.
I never, I always use Jeff's.
She's a big power.
I
Jeff
have,
Wilson,
yes.
Cindy Rose,
I grew up in first.
and
November.
Mayor Fletcher.
Yes.
All right, Jeff.
All
You
right.
can call him.
Okay.
You don't have to.
Can I,
Like a motion to approve the minutes of September 15th.
and October 20th?
I have to.
No, you can.
Oh, then I'll make a motion to approve both.
Yes.
I second the motion. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion to approve the minutes carries.
No, you can.
I would like to move to, agenda item number 3, approval for the bills. I did have a question on that. I noticed that the streets department, they had about a $600 or $700 charge for the UTV. We know, was that for doors that they were putting on the?
I believe that is the case.
Accessories.
I believe that to be the case.
I noticed that. Right. We previously approved that. So I just don't have any issue. Did we receive any other bills after we received the packet that need to be added?
I believe that is the case.
Okay. Jess and Ben, you guys got any questions about the bills this month?
No.
Did we receive any other bills? Yes. After we received the packet? All right. Well, then.
What's this donations fire and extraction machine? Is it a donation or is it an expense?
Believe
What do
it's,
you, I don't know what you're.
believe it's a donation.
Okay, that's right. It's 11,000 was a donation.
Mhm.
And then a break below is a purchase. That's it.
We have bought nothing for, other than fixing that engine or that tanker that was, well, we haven't bought anything for the fire department.
What do you, I don't know what
Believe
you're.
it's a donation.
But then why would it be listed? It's 11,000 was a donation.
I don't know unless that, where are you?
Industrial safety under fire on page.
Oh, that is probably those, what are they, suits?
SCBA?
Yeah, and so we ordered them, but we haven't paid for them yet. I don't believe.
But it says extraction machine.
I don't know, extraction machine.
Industrial safety. And then Lewis's fire department equipment purchase extraction machine.
What number are you on? What's the check number? What are they, suits?
SCBA?
Yeah, and so. What's the check number? On the way left, there's a number, like 712 something?
2220004 at 500.
220.
Yeah, that's fire. It's looking at 220, you'll see it.
Oh, you're looking at the financials.
What number are you on? What's check number?
Well, one is for 11,000 and then you got another.
Right, one's below 1,000, so that's what I'm asking.
Like 712 something?
Oh.
All right. So
Oh, you're looking at the financials.
I'm assuming that there was a donation given or donations were used in the amount of 11,600 and then 1,082 was a purchase for this extraction machine, whatever that may or may not be.
No, because Greg had mentioned that he was getting a piece of equipment at the meeting that we had for the townships. And the only reason why I remember that is that he said that this extraction machine was going to require some type of annual certification that was gonna increase his annual amounts that he can have to charge back.
Was this for the pump tester?
No,
Okay.
this was a different piece of equipment. It was adding capability to our park.
I mean, if it was a donation, it shouldn't be in your stuff.
Well, no, I
It's
think
coming-
it's
that's where
coming out of donations.
That's what
So,
I'm paying for.
That's what's it's coded to there. So like the fire department purchase 1,082 is coded to 22052200. This is on their donations 48555.
Yeah, so
That's why it's on there like
But
this.
then, but they're all totaled up together from different accounts.
Yeah, so on their donations, they took 1160
Right.
and then they paid 1,082 out of the.
So the 11,600 was charged back to his where he received the funding for the donation. So it's not coming out of the money that the city is giving him, it's coming out of the money that he
Yeah,
received.
so on their donations.
I'm just confused because it's all in one
And then
portal.
they paid 1,082 out of the.
Yeah, I know, but that's just how the books work.
Nope, that's fine. I'm just confused. That's what you guys do.
Nope.
You see my confusion?
Yep.
And I believe that that's also because those were all purchases on that date from,
Industrial.
everything is not from that date, they're all from that date.
Okay, I was just in the same bucket. So I get it. They pull it off from different ones.
And I believe that that's also because those were all purchases on that. Everything is not from that date, they're all from that date.
I don't know, why does the manual cost so much?
I mean, don't we have enough diabetes to in this town?
Should I hand out some apples instead?
I don't think you would have got much business.
No.
All right, I'm good. I just had a question on that one. Otherwise, that should be good.
All right, well, given that, I'd like to make a motion, we approve the bills beginning November 18th, 2025. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
All right.
All those opposed, same sign.
All right, I'm good. I just had a question on that one. Otherwise, that should be good.
All right, the next is the compensation and evaluation. If you look at the packet, towards the back, I had edited out, here's what I did. We had a statement in our, guidance, in our policy that said that individuals were supposed to be receiving an annual appraisal, right? But some of our members are not receiving annual appraisals, as I checked. So I think that the reason was is that we didn't have procedures laid out. So that's what I drafted up and supplied in the packet for you, Ben, and for you, Jess, to take a look. Essentially, it's gonna be, myself, I'm gonna be meeting with the police chief, Jennifer, and also with Dave to establish objective and subjective measures so that we can evaluate ourselves or themselves on their performance throughout the year. We're gonna have a midterm appraisal period. And then we're also gonna have a final appraisal, which should be given to the division chief or section chiefs no later than November, so that they can utilize it to, say, justify a pay raise or some form of, acknowledgement. So, knock on wood, this system will work. instituted starting in January. I think we still, I'm not 100% sure on the procedures here, but I think that we have to have it approved in the normal council meetings as well.
Correct.
Yeah, you would just make a recommendation.
And we've got a draft in the packet already for everyone to review. So I guess this is the part where I say, if we have any changes, then we can pull this out of item number 19 for the agenda for the regular meeting if we're not ready to go and proceed. But I just suggest.
I think we've talked about this. I've been talking about this for 2 years.
Okay.
I've come up with a bunch of stuff. Awesome. Previous members sat on it for quite a while, and then with exchange, it kind of got lost in the shuffle. So I think we need to move forward.
Yeah, because we're kind of up against it. We could wait for the regular meeting in December to do it then, but I'd feel better if we could get the word out to the section chiefs now of what's gonna be expected.
Well, and I have told them that I can do a review this month anyway, just so we have a little bit of a basis. But yeah, I agree, you should get this.
I anticipate that this is going to be, full transparency to the rest of the council members. When we come to appraisals, everyone will get a chance to review, make sure that it all sounds, cogent, and we're, giving everyone a fair shake.
But we definitely, some of us have said for a long time, then we can stop doing straight across the board marriages. So it might be based on performance, good or bad, not just straight across.
Right.
Don't get awarded for above and beyond.
And taking socialism out of small town government, is that what you're doing?
I've got peas, man.
So the goal is to take it to the council meeting tonight.
Yeah, I think we're good to go as long as you two members are good to go.
I'm good.
All right, well, I got some head nods. I think we're gonna be good to go for that item number 19. The other part was the PTO usage and disciplinary actions. Jess, you had mentioned that you were looking to institute some stuff with that. And I think what happened was your suggestions, Jennifer put into a document. And I took a look. It looked okay. It's not in this packet.
No,
But,
it's just a draft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sent it to me. I thought that's you.
So would it be against procedure to provide that draft to Ben as well, so that he could have a chance to take a look at it prior to the next meeting?
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it. No, it's just a draft.
And I guess you're good with that?
Yeah, I can forward it
And
right
then,
now.
Yeah, I don't check, because I just forwarded it to you as a draft and then wasn't finding.
and then in December, we can discuss that for putting it on, and then we could, yeah, exactly.
Yep.
And, so we could iron out any changes or suggestions prior to the meeting for December, and then we can proceed on from there. I think that addresses everything that was
Just 17 months.
in here for agenda item number 4. Agenda item number 5, adjournment.
Do we not make a motion on December 4th?
Oh, yeah, okay. I think that,
We're making a motion to adopt that.
Yeah.
Policy.
Well,
Or to
Make
bring it to the
a
city council
recommendation.
to adopt it,
Yeah.
if they would so choose.
agenda item number 5. All those in favor signify by saying aye. All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes.
We're making a motion to adopt.
Tuesday, a second, better.
Yeah, I think Ben seconded it.
No, to adjourn, you said, motion to adjourn, so.
So,
Second.
okay. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Meeting is adjourned. Thanks for getting with Jennifer on those.
Yeah.
On my way home from Winston, place out of Maple.
I see now, when do we get paid out at 3:30 in the morning?
I think that's
Cancel.
rather.
But
Trying to chill.
the walking path had like 4 or 5 years with the logging.
Yeah.
They're like strong. They're on the path, doing the right thing. Yeah, I would be worried about it.
Jeff, are you gonna talk to her? Are you gonna talk at all during the ATV thing?
I signed.
You said, okay, I'm just making sure someone's on. Just so you know.
Everybody signed in, all right? My favorite. I don't know you yet.
Where your camera was, you never see
Are
it.
you gonna talk at all during?
No. How far back is your camera?
You think
Way
that
back,
I'm just making sure someone's
way back.
Oh, it's way back there. Yeah.
Hello.
I never know that.
If you go ahead and just sign in, so you're on there, yeah, that'd be great.
It's like, I'm not getting that far away from my car no more. I'm scared by the judge.
these are the minutes for my-
No Josh.
Right. For sure.
Good vacation again. I drove over to see him the other day, he was in the office. No, he wasn't there. Oh, like he just supposed to be back yesterday, so I thought I'd track it down. Oh, yeah. Well, next time I'll ask you.
Yeah. We're gonna get lucky.
Don't say it. Why would you say it? Well, why?
I just want to jinx it. Jinx it, jinx it. Wow. All right.
You don't know.
Can you push that closer that way?
She did.
I did.
Okay. No, I got you. I got the computer. I got the computer and it's on. It's open and I got 60. We're gonna have 60 some pages. I knew that today. Mhm.
How are you doing? That's a plus. Good job.
Oh.
It's in the where mosquitoes goes on. It's weird to get over, but it's not, it's in an illegal fucking way, but it's not in a part of the road that could be allowed. Because
Okay, keep it.
because once the over.
After, during.
Yeah.
You can change the speed limit.
Yeah,
Oh, 49.
All right, it is 7:00. I would like to call the regular November city council meeting to order. Madam Clerk, if you would call the roll.
Yes. Terry Ross. Here. Ben DeGros.
I am.
Judd Kraft.
Here.
Steve Lee.
Here.
Jess Olson.
Yes.
Jeff Stoner.
Here.
Ken Fletcher.
Yes. Chair number 2, please rise for the pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice.
Jeff Stoner.
Agenda item number 3, a motion to approve the agenda. So moved.
Second.
All those in favor, vote by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Agenda approved. Agenda number 4, approval of the minutes from the September 15th regular council meeting, the October 14th committee of the whole meeting, the October 20th regular council meeting, and the November 13th public hearing and special meeting. All those in favor,
I'll
vote
make
by
a
saying
motion to
aye.
approve those boards.
All opposed, same sign. Do I have a second?
Second.
Agenda number 4. All those in favor, vote by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Minutes approved. Agenda number 5, approval of the bills. Judd.
Well, today we reviewed all the bills, and I would like to make a motion that we approve bills to be paid November 18th, 2025.
We call the roll, please.
Yes. Terry Ross,
Yes.
Linda Gross,
Yes.
Jeff Kraft,
Yes.
Steve Lee, Jess Olson,
Yes.
Jeff Stoner.
Yes. All right. Agenda number 6, public comments on issues. Are you Greg? Are you Greg?
Yep.
No, Greg Olson.
Greg Olson, yes.
And, but you're here to talk about the ATV stuff. Okay.
Steve Lee,
Are you
Jess
too?
Olson, Jeff Stoner.
And Jeff, you're here for the same thing. Agenda number 6, public comments on issues. Are you Greg? Are you Greg?
Yep.
No, Greg
Greg
Olson.
Olson, yes.
Committee reports, summer rec, I don't believe they're here as usual. Agenda number 8, department head reports. Liza.
Well, we do the Dolly Parton Imagination Library. And right now, I believe we're at 79 kids in the program. And we've had 40 already graduate out of the program. So in 3 years, we've had 40 kids graduate. There's gonna be another increase because of their age. There's gonna be another increase in another month or two. A big jump of, graduating out of the program, and then starting next year, we're gonna do an increase on promoting the program again. So we can get a new function, but, you get about 1 or 2 every year. About, so, we do have the national known, classic guitarist coming on Saturday, starting at 2 o'clock. He'll be here to perform for about an hour. He comes from, he has a home in Michigan and a home in New York, so I don't know where he came from. Yeah. But he performs all over and he has quite a few music awards under his belt. So it's nice to have that coming in. And we're already starting to look at authors for next year, a few different authors from Minnesota or Wisconsin.
What time is it here Saturday?
2 o'clock. And when we, of course, booked him, which was at the beginning of the year, deer hunting was not on my mind. So, but there's a lot of people that are very interested in it. We've also promoted it through St. Clair County's senior centers, and it's going to be in the paper and all that. So we've been advertising it pretty heavily. And then we have Christmas on Oak Street, which is going to be every Saturday, the 13th, I believe, from 10 to 12. So that's going to go on as scheduled. So then other than that, now we're just winding down for the year and getting ready for new programs for next year.
That is all.
That is all.
Any questions for our librarian?
Thank you.
Public Works Director, Dave.
Not a lot, they were here today and did 2 of the point repairs in the sewer. They started about 8, they're done about 3. That's some pictures I figured out after.
Any questions for our librarian?
Got the hydrant flushing all done, we also fired 1 hydrant in town this year, being our requirement for our sanitary survey this year, so that's complete. One other thing is I talked with Ben, we have a culvert on on Cherry and 3rd Street that's completely buried in sand from years and years and years of water run through it, sand running down on the top and the bottom of the hill. And I got Kyle Hoffman stopped by and I got an estimate of him to help clean out. And he would actually clean out, scrape that whole ditch line from Second down to the Shell Standard House for about $800.
So it's going out of town, up the hill?
Yes, yeah, starting at Cherry Street, coming down the hill, just about, I don't know, it's almost a full block. And he comes to the alley there, it's 200 feet, so. But yeah, he said he could do it for $800, and I don't remember what my cutoff is.
How is it, if you want it done, you can do that.
It needs to be done because the top culvert is completely buried, the bottom line is just about completely silted into, so. And he figured he could get his mini excavator in there and take it from the side to take the whole thing out. Just an FYI. But I don't have much of anything else.
Do you have budget to cover that?
I don't know. I don't know what. You know what I mean? I don't know what I would put it under. Would it go under streets?
Yeah, it would probably be the street thing.
Okay, then I'll check before I have to do it.
Thank you.
Yep.
Any other questions for the? I said, oh, good.
Yeah. I checked with Dave, they have no Christmas lights laying around.
Oh,
Just so you know, they just have everything that you have is put up.
whatever we have is out, minus a few strings.
Any other questions for the?
And also, thank you for the big honeydew list that you did. I don't know if everybody realizes, but there was, what all did you do?
Oh, boy. We trimmed curb lines, we patched curb, replaced pavers. We cleaned the gutters here and at Fire Hall, repaired the gutter at Fire Hall. I don't remember. There were a bunch of stuff.
And the reason you didn't do the curves was because we ran into some cold weather. It was gonna be nice for a couple days. And it was gonna get cold again, so kind of put the painting off
Yes,
till next summer. Sorry.
yes.
But yeah, they've done a lot of stuff that had a honeydew list for them, so thank you.
You're welcome.
I sent you an email, or forwarded you an email, there's some kind of survey, it was a water something, I sent to both you and Jennifer, so just take a look. They said it wasn't completed, but you would know more than I do, so.
You sent it this afternoon.
I sent it like about 5 o'clock, when I was going over stuff with that, so take a look tomorrow, let me know if it's something we gotta worry about.
Okay.
Anything else for Dave? All right, thank you. Chief Clapp, please.
Only other additional information is, Public Works and PD, scrapped a abandoned vehicle that was in the parking lot, on Second Street there, the city parking lot.
Anything else for Dave?
That's all I have.
All right. Anyone have anything for the chief? Please.
Doing a good job.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks, Chief. The fire department, the other chief.
All right, I got a little small report, and then I got, I guess, 11 and 12 down below. First off, I went to Township of Tiffany, Township of Emerald, and go to Downing PD, took my budget to them, and, just explained to them why we had to raise what we raised. And
The other chief.
there was really no feedback, they were fine with that, so, just so you know that. I still need to get to Springfield and Forest, so try to get there and then maybe stuff too. By then, I'm sure we'll already have sent the budget out, but at least I can explain to them why we did what we did. And then the interoperability stuff that's coming from St. Croix and Don going to 800 megahertz. I just had a conversation with Joel and Julie about, there's a grant that's available out there. And I said, instead of all three of us writing this, we should get together and just write one. And then, so we'll all sit together on that. My fear is if we each send one in, they might say, oh, we just gave it to the police department. Why does the fire even ask? So if we can lump this all in one grant and see if we can get it, there's $3 million available. That's for the whole state of Wisconsin. So are we guaranteed? Last year they had money that people didn't even apply for. So my hope is yes, we can get it this way. The second part of that, I've been attending a lot of meetings on this, and I've been looking on eBay, and these big departments, southern Wisconsin and places, sell used 800 megahertz equipment. I just talked to a department, They bought 30 radios and we paid $750. They're 7 years old, but they work. So my thought, and as soon as I find something, that if I can find some of these radios on eBay that work, we can save a lot of money. Why not?
What was the new one again?
A new one is closer to me.
And how many do we need?
A lot. Well, I mean, you figured out, Joel is what, 3, Julie, we could get by with what, 3, 4?
4.
So there's 8, there's 11 portables right there that are, they're not quite 10 grand, but they're like 8 something. So
I'm just
there's
comparing them to the
8,000.
750,
Yeah.
really good deal.
Right, so there's 80 some $1,000, and that's not even including our mobile. So I mean, we're talking a lot of money here.
And we're hoping the grant will take care of everything. I mean, that'd be ideal, right? They can pay everything.
Well, it's an 80/20.
80, okay.
So for
Gotcha.
instance, when I looked at what portable we would need, the grant would pay, I forget what it was, but our cost on it was only $900. Well, I can afford 3 radios at $2,700 versus 3 radios at 24,000, whatever it's gonna be. So that's the avenue I'm going with, and I'm still gonna continue that even if we get the grant, we'll be able to sell this stuff really easy. I was told by one department that they've got in their budget all new radios, so if we were to say only buy one radio and we need 3 or 4 more, they would be willing to sell us back some of their used stuff for the $700.
And how soon do we need this done?
2028, right?
Oh, to have the radios?
Yeah.
Late
Yes.
2027, I thought, but, yeah, but the grant is due in January.
The grant's due in January.
Yeah, no, I just want to know when our end date was.
2028, 2020, late 2027, so we've got some time, but I'm thinking, you know, if this eBay thing gets out, people start snagging these up, right, there's not gonna be anything there. So I don't see an issue. The only question I have, and I know you can't do anything about this tonight, but if I were to find 4 portables at $4,000 or $3,500, and on eBay, they're gonna go quick, right? So I don't know how we wanna do that. I guess I'll be in touch with Kent if I find that. And we have that ability, because why not? Right? If we can save, I mean, my department alone, if I bought what I needed, we would be at 70,000. If I can be at, whatever, 5 grand, sure, looks a lot better to me than 80 grand. So,
Retroactively, let's say we bought those radios tomorrow, and then we got the grant. Could we retroactively?
I just put them back on eBay and sell them to somebody who didn't get a grant. Because unfortunately, this grant, legislature only has this 3 million for this grant cycle in January, and then it's gone.
So, okay, so if we get the grant, we have to buy new.
Yes.
Okay, that was my,
Yes,
okay.
yeah.
Now that makes
I'm
sense.
looking at, before I had this, the light shined on my way here, because before I looked at that, I'm like, there's no way we can afford to, so I have to start looking for you. If we can get this, and if it could help all 3 of our.
So
We'll try what we can.
Yep.
Mr. Mayor, can I interrupt? We need to speak up. People can't hear us online.
By whom? The people out there? Or,
The people on.
no, are people that are sitting out there or from the council? Who can't they hear?
I didn't ask.
Oh,
Well, Ann's here right now.
Well, I'm not gonna repeat all that. So
No,
that's
yeah.
basically
No.
it. I mean, that's where I'm at, and you know, if we don't get the grant, then we can pick up extra stuff.
Or,
That's all I got for my report.
no.
Thanks, Greg.
Questions for the chief? Or from the council? Who can't they hear? And both Julie, you and Joel are both on board with together, you think that's the,
Oh, yeah.
okay,
Absolutely, just emergency services as a whole.
gotcha.
Quick question, I guess a good question. So if you were to find 4, then are you gonna split them up between the 3 of you, or do you each have to find your own department? On eBay.
On eBay, I would, whatever I could find, I would, if I had permission to buy and we have the money, I would just buy what we can.
Yep,
And at the end, if we don't all have one, we have 4 we can,
perfect.
you know what I mean?
Yep, that's why I just didn't know if each person would look for their own on eBay, if you're gonna do it and divide them up.
I'll stay in contact with Joel and Julie, and if I find something that's really good, why not buy it?
Absolutely. I just want to,
No,
all
no
3 of you
grants are
look in,
guaranteed,
if you're looking, you know, 3 of you.
but all 3 of us are gonna be working on this. grant
Absolutely,
together.
yep, that's a good idea.
Okay.
Okay.
Teamwork, right?
You can't go.
Right, any other questions for Chief Holder?
Mhm.
All right, thanks. Our ambulance director, Julie.
Yeah, so just going a little bit off that, like you said, the new radios are 80/20, you know, still add up to be a lot. It's gonna be tough to get the grant put together, you know, with the due date in January with the holidays and everything. We're going to sit down and meet and pull some things together and we can try. We can always say no and turn it down if we, you know, find others. But yeah, at this point, it's just a matter of how many we can get by with. Right now, all of our EMPs have radios on them, but you know, that's not even logical. So, part of that is if we find some on eBay that we can purchase. We're in the position where we can also use our FAP money for that. It doesn't have to come out of our budget. So that's helpful for us on our end anyway. You know, if we can find the used ones. Or like I said, if Greg hollers and says there's 8 out here or 10 out here, you know, if he purchases some, we can just transfer that piece straight over. And you know, yes, we're using that money, but it's not coming out of our budget, so it doesn't hurt us,
Right.
so to speak. And I think the only other thing I had then was, that we have, one more student signed up to take the EMT class in January, in Eau Claire. So that's a good thing. Other than that, it's just my tires and we'll talk later on that.
All right, any questions for the ambulance director?
Thanks, Julie.
All right, thank you. Madam Clerk, anything from you?
No.
All right. The mayor, all I really have is just for informational purposes. Since we've just done budget stuff, kind of in tune with a lot of the money we need to spend, and everyone's always asking for money, right? We need it for the parks, we need it for the library, we need it for this, for that. So I just want the public to know that these are just some projects we're looking at in the next few years. $80,000 for the Highway 128 project from south of town to the four-way stop this coming year. $40,000 for County Road X, and this is just the city's portion of what everything that's being done. In the next 4 to 5 years, possibly another $80,000 for Highway 128 from the four-way stop out to 64. $100,000 plus for new water meters in the next few years, and then by 2032, a one-time loan repayment of $242,000 for the school property. So when people are asking for money and asking for the city to do things, we would love to. Would love to say yes to everything, but I just kind of want people to be aware that there's some big bills coming due, and we're trying to look forward a little more than I think what was done in the past. And kind of have a plan for this stuff, so I just wanted to point that out before people think that we're always saying no and trying not to grow and do things for the town. Sometimes it just doesn't happen. So that's what I have for today. Do you have any questions?
Thanks, Ken.
Yeah.
Mayor.
Do you have extra copy of that?
No, I just wrote down some stuff. You can have the numbers if you want them. Yeah, when we're done or before you leave off. All right, agenda number 9, update on Hinman Park. I don't believe anyone's here. So on to new business. Agenda item number 10, discussion of legal service needs with Attorney Paul Mahler from Baki Norman. Welcome, sir. I will just preface this with, the board knows I've not been pleased with our legal services. I think we've spent way too much money on legal services. I don't know that we've gotten the best bang for our buck. So Jennifer reached out to Baki Norman. Mr. Mailer was nice enough to respond, to have interest. His company does business with a lot of smaller towns around us. So with that, I will turn it over to you, and you can let the board know,
Sure. A little background, my name's Paul Mahler, I'm the shareholder with Baki Norman. You can see from my gray hair, I've been practicing for a number of years. I have formerly been on my local town plan commission for 25 years, so I know what it's like sitting on that side of the table. I practice municipal law, I practice commercial and residential real estate, and I do assist businesses in transition by selling businesses. Before Baki Norman, I was the senior real estate counsel for Menards and helped to build about 300 of the Menards stores across the country. So I worked with developers, I worked with landowners, I worked with municipalities, and right now we represent about 50 municipalities from small towns to cities and villages. Most of them, I guess I would say on a part-time, as needed basis. There's a few of them that, I attend the meetings every month. And those are typically the larger villages. And otherwise, it's mostly just on an as needed basis. And I'm very conscious of, like Mr. Mayor said about the budget. I don't want to spend the village's money and the city's money every month needlessly. We want to be efficient. And one good thing about Black and Norman is that, there's myself and there's two other attorneys that do municipal work, but we also have litigators, we have municipal prosecutor, we have employment people. So, I don't know everything. But we have people in the firm as a resource when something comes up. When you have an employment matter, and you need some expertise, I talk to the employment lawyer, or I connect you with him. That sort of thing. So, I think that's a benefit to municipalities to have that resource backing things up. We have 4 offices in Richmond, Baldwin, Menominee, and Eau Claire. Sort of got the I-94 corridor figured out. And the firm's been around for 35 years, and we've done municipal law pretty much the entire time that the firm's been in existence. So it's right in our wheelhouse. We think we do a good and efficient job for municipalities. And the mayor reached out. I was excited to come and talk. I've been around this territory. My wife's family is from the area. And a few funerals here. But so I have that background. I don't know if I qualify as a local, but certainly in the area. And I used to work with the former city attorney years ago, Jim Craig. I don't know if anybody remembers him or not, but hopefully he did a good job for you. Anyway, I really wanted to come and get questions from you. We're certainly interested in representing you going forward, but I'm just interested in what you're looking for from us to make sure that we can satisfy your needs.
We have a closed session hearing set up so we can talk more finance, but do you guys have any general questions? Anything you'd like to ask at this point that we'll save it for closed session? Okay.
May I remind you, cannot use money in closed session.
We're not doing that. Yes, correct. Nothing about money set up so we can talk more finance. Do you have anything else? General questions? Anything you'd like to? Okay, we'll speak in a little while.
You want me to stay for the?
If you would, that would be great.
No, that's fine.
Thank you.
Remind you, cannot use.
All right, agenda item number 11, discussion, consideration on fire department fee and billing structure. Chief, again.
All right. I met with, Jeff, Judd, and Terry, right?
And then,
And Ben, and we went over this proposal I have for, burning grass for people, burning brush piles for people. And I guess that's it.
Make one more.
So what I did is, we went over this proposal I have for.
You need one, Carlton? You can have mine, I can just take a shot.
So if you look at the first one, it's standby for burning a brush pile. Now this brush pile must be approved, obviously, for us to burn it. No tires, no couches, etc. That would take a brush truck and a tender, which would be an expense of $300. A minimum of 3 firefighters at $96. If you look at the first cost of operation, standby for burning a brush pile. So if somebody calls, I've had a lot of calls on them. I don't like sitting on them, but if we're gonna, we might as well make a little bit of money if we can do that. So, the second is the controlled grass burn, and anything under 20 acres would be the, we can see the brush truck for 75, UTV for 50, the tender for 75, 8 firefighters at 128. It'll be a total of $328 to burn less than 20 acres. The second
Is that per hour rate?
Nope.
That's total cost, because if we get the right conditions, and 20 acres to the brush truck for 75. So, I didn't, we've been using it as training, and we haven't been charging for it. But it's gotten to the point where we have so many that I think we need to start charging. And I didn't wanna, I think this little bit would cover our costs. If we get too high with this, then we're just not gonna have it, and we're not gonna have the training anymore. So I'm just trying to recoup a little bit of the cost. So then the next one down is 20 acres plus, and you'd have two brush trucks at that point at 150, the UTV at 50. We'd need two tenders or tankers at the 150, and we need a minimum of 12 firefighters at $192. So that total cost of that operation would be $542. So then the next one down. What we've been doing in the past, not only the training, homeowners or landowners have donated to us, but two tenders or tankers, it doesn't really cover the cost. So I think if we put this in place, I really don't foresee this extending our grass fire season down. People will be calling for sure. The only one that will is a brush pile, and you know what, I'm not gonna have three guys sitting 4 hours on a brush pile. It doesn't really cover the cost. I guess what I'm bringing it to you for is, if this proposal works and nobody foresees any issues with it, a little bit more extra income. The only one that will is a brush pile, and you know what, I'm not gonna have.
Just out of curiosity, what do you do if you're doing these and you get called out to an actual fire?
Oh, well, it depends. That's why I'd like a small one where we only have 3 firefighters or 8 firefighters, we can just send them.
Right, but
And then
if
we'll
you're,
just call mutual aid.
if you're doing 20 acres, then you would already probably have to pre-approve with dispatch and they know you know.
And if we're doing 20 plus, we've got
Just out
at
of
least
curiosity,
one or
what do you
two
do
other
if you're doing these and you get called out?
up in the south, so we still have available personnel.
That's what you'd still be able to finish this. Yeah, that's.
Any other questions?
The only question I've got is the first one for the brush pile. We've got burning permits from people coming periodically that want to burn a brush pile. They don't have the fire department come there.
These are all other townships that I've been called for.
Oh, these are bigger things for the township.
You're talking, when I'm talking a brush pile, it's probably the size of this room.
Okay, you're not talking about, but I've got a few limbs and stuff I want to burn in my backyard, or the guy on the other side of the hill there wants to burn some of his brush, and he's in the city limits. So,
These are all other. And any city limits is still has to go through you guys.
you know, we've got the burning permits.
This is basically only the township that I do.
Okay, you're not talking about, but I've got a few. Just want to make sure.
As far as the brush pile.
Or.
Because the thing of it is if we're not monitoring this, you'd be amazed at what this.
Oh, yeah.
So, any city limits is still.
Go for it. Anyone else?
Brilliant.
All right, if everyone likes this, I will entertain a motion and a second to approve this.
So we'll,
The thing of it is if we're not monitoring.
Will this get put right in our fee schedule?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, because then Brandy could actually just.
Anyone else?
They can still call me.
Yeah, it'll.
And there'd be a small.
Then it would be on the website.
Right, there'd be a small fee for what Brandy has to do. If Brandy doesn't, I could do the billing, but if she has to do the billing, it's a city thing, so
So
there'd be a small.
we might have to add administrative fee, another $25.
25 bucks.
yeah, that's kind of on the.
Yeah, it'll.
So maybe we should add that in. Then it would be on the website.
So,
Right, there'd be a small fee.
going back to your motion, would you like to change your motion to include a $25 administrative?
Is that your normal admin fee for doing billing?
I'd have to.
I think it's 10 feet.
I think it's, I think.
I thought it was 35, but.
It says 50 in the fee schedule.
Okay.
Plus the administrative fees, then.
All right.
50 then.
Going back to your
Add the
motion,
admin fee.
change your motion to include
I'll reset it.
a- Okay,
Is that your normal?
all those in favor, vote by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Carlton, you got one of these?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. Agenda number 12, discussion consideration on DNR grant regarding pre-approval of purchases. All those in favor, vote by
All right,
saying aye.
so we received the DNR grant this year, it was $4,209.95, 50/50 grant, so
Yeah.
our portion of this would be $2,104.98. I've got the funds covered in my equipment purchase, in my equipment account. But what I need approval for is because it's over $1,000. In here I bought 4 pagers, the 4 pagers, we're talking about $475 to 500. That's $2,000 that I would have to come out of my account. That will get reimbursed by the DNR. Every year we've gotten a check from the DNR. It's just that for me to buy that, it would be over $1,000, so I have to approve the 4 pagers. The other thing we got was I got 5 pails of foam. That was $500, and then I bought 4 sets of wireline gear. But I get reimbursed that, I can be under the $1,000. This is the only one because I have to order it all through my company that, I need approval. The other thing we got was I got 5 pails of foam. That was $500.
All those in favor, vote by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Agenda item number 13, discussion, consideration of similar fee structure for snow, ice removal and weed mowing. Dave. All those in
We
favor, vote by
discussed
saying
it in the meeting.
aye. All
It
opposed,
came
same
up
sign.
with $150.
Motion
For
carries.
work. Doesn't matter whether it's snow or grass.
Agenda item number
$150
13.
Was
Discussion,
150
consideration of similar
total.
fee structure for snow, ice removal and weed mowing.
Oh, yeah, 150 plus the 50.
And that's hour.
And that was per
Per
hour.
hour.
Yeah, per hour.
Came up with
Okay. And did you turn that sheet into,
I don't remember if I gave it to you or not. Snow or-
Okay.
or
It's in the
grass.
packet.
So then if it's 10 minutes, it's $150.
yes, correct. But if it's
It's an
mowing,
hour and
it would be
10
like mowing the school property, that would be per
hour.
hour. That was-
How many hours did that take when you were doing that?
Well,
And did you turn that sheet into,
I don't remember if I gave it
and
to
it's a
you.
way to hopefully discourage people from
And if it's
letting
10
us do their work.
Yes.
You know, if we're gonna do it, that's great, but it's gonna cost them. We're not going to do it for free or for a very minimal price. We're going to encourage them to do their own.
And Voiceville has the same fee schedule on this stuff.
Yes, and it's a way
Well,
to
are we having our officers not gonna go?
discourage people from letting us.
That's what Boyd still does.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about
That's
that,
what-
we're gonna have
just
that.
original
We're not going to do it for
Yeah.
free or
Not necessarily that.
very minimal price.
They put a door hanger on.
That's what we're gonna do their own.
That was being
We'll
discussed.
do the same.
Yes, correct. Yes.
Well, are we having our officers not gonna go?
All right, I will entertain a motion to approve the fee structure for snow, ice, and weed mowing.
Second.
Not necessarily that.
All those in favor, vote by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
We'll do the same.
Yes. Agenda number 14, consideration of Class A combination license for Dollar General Corporation.
I'll make a motion.
of the year.
Didn't we hear from Dollar General? No. All those in favor, vote by. Did they not have a license?
Tell me what the.
Family Dollar.
Went through it, Family Dollar, didn't it? Go through, it's a different organization.
Yes. So my question is, have they been selling alcohol?
Not yet.
Not yet, okay.
So is this for alcohol and cigarettes?
No.
The combo.
It's for wine and alcohol.
Wine and
Yes,
beer?
cigarettes.
So this is just wine and beer
Yes.
and then dollar at it?
They used to have it. Have they been selling alcohol? A motion. Oh, Steve made a motion. Got a second?
Alcohol and cigarettes?
No. All those in favor, vote by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign.
Aye.
So this is just wine and beer?
Yes. Motion carries.
Dollar.
You got that.
Okay.
They used to have it. Consideration of operator's license for Amber L. Hoffman. Chief. Oh, Steve made a motion. Got a second? I'll entertain a motion. No. All those in favor, vote by saying aye. Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor, vote by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
I have-
Oh, yeah, I forgot you got to abstain, sorry. You told me your name. Consideration of operator's license for Amber L. Hoffman. Agenda number 16, discussion consideration of opening Highway 170 from 7th Street to 320th Street to all-terrain vehicle use. So I will just say what I know to maybe sort of be true, and then the gentleman there can explain if I'm wrong on something. But there is a state statute that states once the speed on a road goes to 40, past 35, right? Yeah. That ATV Club was under the impression that we had opened up all our roads, this had been done, but we couldn't find anything in any of the ordinances that this had been passed or changed. And when Jeff and I talked, he thought maybe it was something the mayor or one of the former mayors just said, go ahead and do it and never actually passed it, but somehow they were on the impression that it was a election. So according to what the chief and I could find, I should say this first. The only time they really need to use that is when the fairground's closed, correct? This is the only time you can get around when you can't get to the fairgrounds.
By the way,
Actually,
that's when we started doing it,
they were on the impression that.
but now it's just become people
According to what
just
the
write
chief
it
and I
because
could
they don't want,
find,
like, it gets money down here,
I should
stuff
say-
like that.
Gotcha, so everyone's just used to, they think that it's fine, they use it more than, okay.
But they use it in the winter time to go to school, back to going to school
That's when we started doing
and
it.
stuff, so.
So the,
Year round.
yeah, the state ordinance, or the state statute, allows us to obviously approve the use of that, not a big deal. But the municipality or the county submits an ATV route signing permit application to the Transportation Regional Office, along with a copy of both ATV ordinances. Wisconsin Department of Transportation will not begin the application review process until ordinances are enacted by both units of government. Meaning that both us and the county have to do it. Now, we can be separate from them, we can go ahead and do whatever you'd like to do, if you want to do that, and then it's up to whoever would want to go to the county, see what they do. The chief had contacted them, and they really had no idea, interest. Right. So, like I said, we can do anything independent of them, and from then on, if we pass it, the county should do it. I guess if they don't, it's up to the rider at that point, if they would happen to get stopped. I'd get a ticket, it'd be something to go to the county, because I don't know if the Department of Transportation would, like it says, begin the review process, but what what would you guys have to say? And
I guess one of the first questions I have, and this is public works. So out to that 320th, is that maintained by the city of Glenwood? Or is that followed by the county? It's a state road and county takes care of it. So that puts some of the jurisdiction in the county. Also, that 35 mile an hour on a state road is a cutoff, and that's 40, so you can't approve that, even though it's in the village limits. That's the 35.
yeah, so we can do the bridge, like the 1,000 feet bridge, because that's all, that we can do. We just can't do the road from where it turns to 40 the rest of the way out of town.
Right,
Yeah.
you'll have to come off the 7th,
Yes,
cross the bridge.
and then
on
get
320.
back off it, yes.
Yep, you can do that with the bridge crossing.
Mhm. Yeah, so we can do the bridge, like Mr. Olson, you had something to.
Would it be possible to
We just
just
can't
put,
do the road
an extra small
where it
bridge
turns
that
to
goes
40
alongside
the rest of the way out of town.
next to the walking path so that they don't have to use the road, but
Yes.
they have a shoulder.
And then
On
get
fall off on
320.
back traffic.
that would be a DNR question to even if it was allowed, and then I don't know where that money would come from unless the
You would
ATV club
have-
has, millions of dollars in their pocket, they wanna build a bridge. I mean, that's DNR controls everything about, that, then the state would get in to do, well, it would be a years long process.
Plus, it has to, you'd submit a grant to the ORB council, for, not saying you definitely get it, but, bridges have got very expensive because of the engineering costs. I mean, you're talking what used to be simple bridges for Snowville or ATV crossings. Just got ridiculous. $200,000. Not saying you definitely.
So,
get it.
Chief, do you know if we were to approve this, if we would need permission from the state to put signs up directing where that path, I mean, like, exit here, enter here,
They've
whatever?
got a sign handbook.
Yeah, but the state would have to approve it because it's on the state highway, right? Okay.
In fact, there was sign up there. Actually.
So, Chief, do you know if we were to approve this, if we would need permission from the state to put signs up directing where that path, I mean, like. Questions, more comments?
Well, that's the problem is at one point, the
Yeah,
sign
but the state would have to approve it because it's on the state highway, right?
like we've talked before, it has been passed in the past, around 2018. Steve, Lee and Ben were on that council.
can tell you everybody that was on that council.
Questions, more comments?
So I don't know, I don't understand where all this went and how it all of a sudden just became an issue now. It has been.
The only reason I know it became an issue is because someone was stopped, because the officer had stopped. That's the only reason it came to our attention. We were no idea. I mean, it wasn't something anyone was out looking for. That's for sure. And I just want to do it so it's right. So unlike before, someone 10 years ago goes, oh, I think this was approved. At least it's approved, it's in the minutes, because we could find nothing. And even when Sherry drew the map, it ended like her drawings ended like there was no crossing on there as well. So that's all I know. I just want to do it so it's right.
I don't recall, but it was
Unlike
okay
before,
to go around
someone
the
10
bridge
years
there.
ago goes, oh, I think this was
And if
approved.
we did okay,
At least
it
it's
probably
approved, it's in the
didn't
minutes,
follow through.
because we could find nothing. Yeah, unfortunately, the first thing.
State county,
And
but I'm sure you didn't get that far with it, so.
Well, and that's never been on the table, is like anytime you do this, things like Downing or anywhere else, or township of Glenwood got, when they have to submit the application. So the city has to submit the application to the county.
Okay.
County or state?
Well, it goes to the state, but you need it from both the municipality and from the county before the state will review anything.
And I actually spoke with the state a couple hours ago.
They
He only knew of one other time that this,
So the city has to submit the application to the county.
statute that allows us to supersede state.
Well, it goes to the state,
has
but
ever
we
been
need
even
it
applied
from
for it,
both
and
the municipality and from the county before the state will review anything.
So it doesn't happen often. It's a rare thing that allows us to supersede, state rules.
Well, then let's start this over and proceed with this. So we have other ways besides where, the trail is closed to get it in and out of town to the school.
So you would like to make a motion then?
I will.
Okay.
Well, then let's start this over.
Okay, now we have to word this motion
So we have
as,
other ways besides where
yeah,
the trail is closed.
So,
to get it in and out of town.
the city will approve, so you vote, the city will approve the use of the bridge according to, is there a statute on here, chief? Okay, now
So
we have to word this
what the state requires is an actual ordinance that's written.
Yeah,
It'd be an amendment to your ordinance.
yeah, correct.
Or, yeah, either one.
The
Or
city
a new
will
ordinance or an
approve-
amendment to the current.
You vote, the city will approve
You can't just say.
the
we
use
approve.
of the bridge
They need to actually go.
according to, is there a statute on here, chief?
So. what the
I think
state
your
requires
motion
is
was
an
to get it
actual
going.
ordinance that's written.
Well, we can
Not
enact,
to approve, just to get it
no, we can
started.
enact the ordinance on our end, but it's based on approval, or it's based on that the county does the same thing, and it's based on if the state approves.
We have to do this. This is our job.
Our job is to do it for the city, yes, correct.
Okay.
So we would have to change the ordinance on our ATV thing to allow this to be used. But the state has to approve it, and that's based on us and the county both passing, well, us passing ordinance, the county passing whatever they would call their rule to it in the city, if that makes sense.
Gotcha. Yep.
Change the ordinance on our. Okay, so Ben, would you like to make your motion to change the ATV ordinance in town to allow passage on the bridge on 170th?
From 7th Street to 320.
Correct. Yeah.
Right.
Okay,
Yes.
you got that, Jennifer?
If,
Yeah,
if
no,
it's
so we're-
Oh, okay.
I still seconded it.
All right, just a second. Any more discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, same sign?
From 7th Street to 320.
Okay, so we'll get a hold of the county, Joel, whatever, we'll tell them we did this, or he'll get a hold of the state, and we'll figure out the next step, but at least from the city's point of view, we've done what we have to do, it's just a matter of when the state will approve. All those in favor? Yes.
We'll have to get the wording
Yeah.
written up for the ordinance change and
Correct.
all that stuff.
So.
And when you get that,
What's that?
when you get that ordinance, you can-
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Yep, you bet. And yeah, that'll be on the website too, everything will be on there, so. Anything else? That's what we were looking for, right? Yeah, okay.
For the ordinance change.
Perfect.
Thank you. Thank
And
you.
if you, by any chance, you guys hear anything or talk to anyone, let us know if there's something that we can, that, you know who to contact in case we run the roadblock, like, so the county just didn't seem like they were very interested, excited or whatever, so. Perfect, thank you.
And she just went, "No,
By any chance, you guys hear anything?
Got his personal email.
Let us know if there's.
So you guys-
All right, agenda number 17, discussion consideration of light pole Christmas decorations. Steve, this is your baby.
We had it on our last meeting and we kind of tabled it because we weren't gonna get anything done before the first year, but I would like to see it back. Yep. As a reminder, until we can get something. I've got some information from the guy. But nothing.
Okay, so just table it till next month. Okay.
Well, light poles are wrapped.
Well, yeah, we're,
Next year.
we've got what we've got for this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you meant
This
for
is
next.
for next
yeah.
year.
We're gonna look into something for next year, and I'll get it broke down in different, because he didn't get back to me for this.
Mhm. Agenda item number 18, consideration of new tires for the 2014 ambulance, 5702.
Yep, that would be mine. You should have a copy of this in your packet to look at. These are the original tires on their aluminum block ambulance. And,
Agenda item number 18,
I didn't realize how bad, how bad they were until I drove it recently. And, got Brent up there and we started looking and it was like, yep, so we took it in, had a whole inspection done on it. And yes, we need new tires.
Cost.
So, yep, and that's on here also. The tires and the mounting, the balancing, and then the, rotation is free lifetime rotation. And, on that, and then the alignment and everything is 152707.
Cost. You have money in the budget for that?
Well, what my plan is, because we still have to would have to get scheduled to the end of December. By the time we get the bill, we're gonna be towards the end. We'll see what there's left for repairs and maintenance. I can play with it a little bit. If there's not enough left in there, then, I can pull out of our FAP. I'll still have to get it covered, so it's not gonna be an issue that way, because we can use FAP as long as it needs at least $500 towards.
Okay.
The front rear tires are gonna match.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
And the reason I asked that is because of rotation. You got duals in the back?
Yep.
Okay. And the reason I'm asking is because rotation, if they weren't gonna match, would. Front rear tires are gonna match.
Yep, no,
As long as they
they're all
all match.
identical.
Okay.
Yep, absolutely.
And this is at Ruby and Ford and Baldwin,
Yes.
and they're the cheapest.
That is where we chose to go.
Rotation.
We're not going local.
Not this time, no. I did have a discussion with Kent on that. And also they are used to, working on ambulances
This
over
is
there.
at Ruby and Ford and Baldwin,
Yes.
and they're the cheapest.
That
Questions?
is-
Comments or discussion?
Is there a top end of the budget, like if we authorize you to go ahead and do this, like if it comes, I don't wanna say 152707 and then it turns out it's, 1600 and then you're like, oh, well, shoot, I gotta come back and ask for
Oh.
$70. So was there a top end that you think that?
And this is supposed to be up to the penny. I told him I needed to the penny.
If it comes, I don't wanna say 152707 and then it.
Ooh. And I tell you right offhand. Oh.
$70. So
Because
was
it's
there a top end that you think?
What I
It
was
was
told
his.
that it's been brought
That
there,
one was fine. The other
nothing was
ambulance was
fixed,
fine.
done wrong, whatever, but there has been a problem, so she has to raise it. All right, do I have a motion?
Yeah, I make a motion that, we adopt this as presented.
Do I have a second?
That one was
Second.
fine.
Nothing was fixed. I know I'll have 2 abstentions. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
No.
All right, do I have a motion? You're voting no? Okay.
Yeah, I make a motion that, we adopt this as.
Steve and I have to abstain.
I do not have to abstain, it's just buying tires for the ambulance.
Sorry, he said 2 of us.
I thought you would.
All right.
In favor, say aye. Motion passed. Opposed, same sign. All right, agenda item number 19, enter into closed session pursuant to Wisconsin State Statute 19.851E, 19.851C, for the following purposes: 19.851E, delivery or negotiate the purchasing of public property, the investing of public funds, or conduct other specific public business whenever competitive or bargaining reasons require a closed session, specifically to discuss and consider proposals received for general counsel and building inspection services. 19.851C to consider employment, promotion, compensation, or performance evaluation data of any public employee subject to the jurisdiction or authority of the governing body, specifically to discuss potential employee wage and benefit adjustments. Have a motion. Have a second. We call the roll, please.
Terry Ross. Linda Gross. Ed Kraft.
Yes.
Steve Lee.
Yep.
Jeff Olson.
Yes.
Jeff Stoner.
Yes.
Ken Fletcher.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, we're now in closed session. Thank you. Have a second.
Me?
We move into a different room.
I can share my transcript.
Here, you can steal my notes if you want. All right, so the clerk gets here. We will be back in open session. All right. No. We are back in open session. We have 3 recommendations to be taken out. Let's see now, I have to have someone make a motion on them separately. So the first one, recommend the retaining of Baki Norman for general municipal service and prosecution as city attorney starting December 1st. Do I have a motion? Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor, vote by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Our next recommendation is an addendum to the policy for feedback to the department heads twice yearly by the head of the Finance and Personnel Committee. Do I have a second? All those in favor, vote by saying aye. Jess and Jeff. All opposed, same sign. All those in favor, vote by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Recommendation is an addendum to the policy for feedback to the department. One opposition. By the head of the Finance and Personnel Committee. The recommendation to hire a Millstrom inspection as the city building inspector. All those in favor, vote by saying aye. Do I have a second? Second. All opposed, same sign. All those in favor, vote by saying aye. All opposed, same sign. The recommendation. All right, all those recommendations have passed. With that said, motion to adjourn. Second.
Ben's gotta do it or else we're
All
all.
those in favor, vote by saying aye.
The more text and the more it gets stressed out.
Our meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everyone, for
Good
your time.
meeting, people. Very good meeting.
All the recommendations have passed. With that said,
There you go. Thanks.
Anyway, you, Jess, wait a
all those in
second.
favor, vote by saying aye.
What are you doing?
Our meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everyone. No, that one you can leave in there. This